Yeah.
Well, hello and welcome to Harrison Live. Yes, titled it. Harrison Live. How are you,
Dad was just
Harrison?
being rude about your channel.
How are you, Harrison?
Dad was just being rude about your channel.
Was he?
Yeah.
Hey, John, how are you? Yes, an early start because Harrison's got to go to bed. So
Unfortunately.
we have to work around the boss.
Well, the manager is Rick.
No, but you're the boss.
Rick hasn't. Yeah. So I'm Rick's boss,
Yeah, you're the boss.
and Rick's my boss.
So how
I
are?
said, don't mess around with Joanne.
So yeah. So John's saying hello, Harrison. So Harrison is my nephew, aren't you?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have an annoying auntie.
He has an annoying auntie.
Both of them.
So yes, he has an annoying auntie apparently.
Both of them.
Yeah, but you don't complain when you get your money, do you?
Give me money.
I've got to get you your money next week.
Next week.
Mm.
I'm not staying at.
That's all right. Look, I've got a thing here. I've got a little thing here, and I've got a little It's got. I've got a little pouch here that says Harrison, and all your money's going to go in there. See?
Yeah. Well,
So,
I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be at church Sunday.
aren't you? Okay.
Yeah, because I'm staying with Bonnie on them.
Hmm.
Because I'm staying with Bonnie I'm
Okay.
staying with
Cool.
Bonnie Saturday night, so.
Yeah. So, what have you done with the holidays so far?
Nothing.
Nothing. Really?
You've been annoying me.
Hey.
Why'd you send the link on the family one?
Oh, I don't know, Harrison.
Do you want to see if any of the family do it?
No, it's okay. So apparently this has already been ranked. This has already been demonetized, this video, and you haven't even sworn, Harrison.
What?
They've said the
What does that mean?
video's not eligible to make money. They've actually demonetized the video already. And yeah. That's funny. Oh. No money, mate.
They can't be doing that. They can't be doing that. Wait, who demonetized it? Rick?
No, YouTube. And I'm saying you haven't even sworn.
I can swear if you like.
No, that's all right. So have you got some jokes for people? Because everyone likes your jokes.
Dad.
You got dad jokes, have you?
Dad.
You've got to be clean, though.
Appropriate for YouTube.
Dad jokes appropriate for YouTube?
Appropriate for YouTube. Appropriate for YouTube. No. They're all videos. No, I'm just going to say. I'm afraid for the calendar.
Yeah, why?
Its days are numbered.
Oh, ha.
Why
It's
do
funny.
fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing?
Don't know.
In case they get a hole in one.
Oh, that's funny.
What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie?
Don't know.
Sophisticated. If April showers bring Mayflowers. What do Mayflowers bring?
I don't know.
Pilgrims. I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes.
Yeah?
Turns out it was the refrigerator all along.
It was a refrigerator.
What did the ocean say to the beach?
I don't know.
Nothing, it just waved. Have you heard about the chocolate record player?
No.
It sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
What? Why do seagulls fly over the ocean?
Don't know.
Because if they flew over the bay, we'd call them bagels.
Oh, you're funny.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet.
Yeah?
I don't know why. Where do fruits go on vacation?
Don't know.
Paris.
Uh,
Paris.
Parrots, eh? Mm.
Night bottom.
How can you survive? How can you survive on an island with nothing but a calendar? John says.
I don't know. Bear Nightbot. Bear Nightbot.
No, can't bear Nightbot. He's had to work hard a couple of days.
There are 6 people on. Say hello if you're on. Say hello. What time would it be in America?
It depends what part of America they're in.
All of America.
Hey, Harrison, there's an answer.
I can't read it.
So it's how can you survive on island with nothing but a calendar? Eat the Sundays and the dates. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Is that a good joke? Is that a good joke?
Yeah. 10:30 a.m. in the UK. Hi, Dawn B.
Hi, Dawn.
Dorothy the dinosaur. Does anybody want to see my haircut?
No, no one can see you. We're not allowed to see you.
The video, Dawn, can you believe it? I asked for money and the video gets demonetized.
Yeah. What do you expect?
I don't know. I need the money. I'm poor. I'm a poor YouTuber.
What's that?
I'm a poor YouTuber.
Are you? What did one toilet say to the other?
I don't know.
John's
Where are
just
you
like,
getting these from? Where are you getting these from? Dad?
don't need to yell.
So I'll mute myself.
Yeah, good idea. Don't need to be yelled into the camera. How are you, Dawn? So, everyone's got jokes for Harrison today. It's so funny. I love it. I really do. I love it. Everyone's got jokes. Hello, Mama Duke. How are you? My nephew Harrison is on. He's the boss. I'm looking a bit flushed, am I, John? Yeah, I do that. I must say I'm really tired. I've just been hit with fatigue today. So,
Did you get Dad's pots? pods.
No, I told we've had that conversation, Harrison. I said I'd get them Sunday. You're tired too, Mama G? Yeah, I'm tired. I can't. Yeah, it's just annoying me.
I'm in hospital.
Who's in hospital? You're not in hospital.
Bowel's palsy.
Who?
Bowel's palsy.
No, yeah, weeks ago, mate.
It healed.
I know he doesn't. His pulls. Yeah, I know you've healed. That's really good, isn't it? Though.
Yeah. It just means.
Hey.
It just means that I can smile now.
You can smile, and you've got a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Vaccine fatigue? I think so, Dawn. I think mine's vaccine fatigue. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain though. It really is.
Can you come over and find my bed socks?
I'm not coming over to your place to find your bed socks.
No, to Dad's place.
No, I'm not going to your dad's place.
Why?
Because it's too far away. Harrison, my great uncle was named Harrison, says Billy. Hello, Billy. How are you? No. Yes, Mama Duke, I do know that. You see the dirt that you don't normally see. Yes, and usually it happens when somebody's coming to your house and you think it's clean and then you start seeing that, oh, it's not as clean as I hoped it was. Or where did that come from? That's
Do we
what
have
you
to talk about Mum's here?
Hey?
Nothing.
I know you don't have to talk about your mum.
What?
Who is Harrison? Harrison is my nephew, Graham. Harrison is my nephew. I have to hang out for the vaccine. Yeah. Yeah, no, Harrison is my nephew. Aren't you, Harrison? You're my nephew.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Could be worse. I could be your mother.
Oh, no.
I'm saying it could be worse.
I'm on a live still. Okay.
You're on the live still. Is he a Cochrane? Yes, he is a Cochrane. Harrison?
Yes?
Want to know something interesting?
What?
A guy called Graham. Guess what his surname is?
What?
The same surname as yours.
What?
Yep. What do you reckon about that?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
John Fox, I got my second vaccine on Friday. I'm hoping I don't get sick.
I know
Mama.
it is interesting, isn't it, Graham? Yes, he's a Cochrane too. My brother is the only boy in the family, so I went back to my maiden name. But
What's your maiden name?
Cochrane, Scottish, Mama Duke. Cochrane's my maiden name.
It's not
And
Scottish. It's not Scottish.
what is it then?
It's Irish.
It's not. It's Scottish.
It's Ireland.
Scottish. We have a tartan. Nana has a tartan.
Hang on. What do I type?
My father actually. Oh, wow, Graham. I mean, you could shoot me an email.
Irish, Scottish, and Gaelic.
There you go. But we've Harrison, your family of Cochranes have come from Scotland.
Yeah, but yours don't.
Can develop walk. So yes, we've got
the region of origin is Western Scotland and Ireland.
Yep, but we have a tartan. There's a Cochrane tartan, and Harrison, your nana has got this Cochrane tartan at home.
Oh yeah, family tree.
Technically, Harrison, you would need to be wearing a kilt.
What? Yeah, that's what I wore when I was a baby. My mum put my dressing gown on and it looked like a gown on me.
Yeah? No, I'm saying a kilt. That's what the Scottish men wear.
Kilt.
Yeah.
So, how do you
Have a look.
spell that?
K-I-L-T. K-I-L-T.
kilt.
Yeah.
It's like kilty.
Hello, Terry.
What the?
Kilt.
I don't
Kilt.
want to wear a skirt.
Thomas Cochrane. I'm sure there is a Thomas Cochrane in the family, actually, Graham. But I'm not sure for what part.
Thomas Cochrane.
Mm.
Yeah. Stephen Thomas? No.
No. I'm sure there is.
Who's Thomas?
It's not a Dawnbee says it's not a skirt, it's a kilt. Gonna have to get Harrison the kilt now. Well, his birthday is what date, Harrison?
15th of August.
There you go, the 15th of August. It'd be funny if they all sent you a kilt for your birthday, Harrison.
I don't want a skirt.
It's not a skirt. Oh, you're funny.
Harrison might be laird.
Yeah.
The alias you set this command to be off.
I know. I can't work out which one it is. Which one of my ones don't work. One of my ones don't work, and I haven't worked out. There are YouTube videos on Thomas Cochrane. He's more famous than you know. Wow.
Well, I'm going to look up Thomas Cochrane and see if he has any relation to our family.
Yeah. We'll get him a pet haggis. Oh. It's funny that they were talking about. My dad was talking about haggis the other day. Scottish food. Look up haggis. We're gonna educate Harrison tonight.
Whoa, haggis?
Yeah, HAGGIS.
Is that?
It's
Is that even English?
Yeah,
How do you spell it?
Scottish. HAGGIS.
Dish.
It's
Ew! It looks like poo.
And then Terry says, no undies under those kilts. Sit with legs closed, Harrison. Hi, Diamond Crystal Arts. Oh, there's been a picture drawn for you. I know everyone's loving your reaction. To your haggis.
He wouldn't happen to be the white headhunter, would he?
Diamond, look at this. This is Diamond Crystal Arts, drawn by, look at this.
Drawn by who?
Osbel.
Okay.
Oh, Princess Jax, I've got one for you too. What do you reckon Princess Jax will look like?
I don't know.
So if you want a copy of it, if you email me, I'll email it to you. Let me get Jax. Princess Jax.
Are you a boy, Jack?
Princess.
Oh. you just said Jack.
There you go, Princess Jax. There you go.
Shut up, dogs.
A Jack in the box, fit for a princess. So if you want to send me an email, or if you're in the Discord, I'm going to put them all there. But if you're not in the Discord, you can send me an email, and I will send them to you.
What's your email? joespearlsandgems.com.au.
Yeah. No, Joe's Pearls and Gems at joannex.com.
That's an inappropriate one.
What? Oh, you love it, Princess Jax? I thought you might, because I loved it too.
Let's do karaoke now, all right?
Harrison wants to do karaoke. Would you like to hear Harrison sing?
No Christian songs. No Christian songs.
That's fine, John. If you've pinched off Discord, that's what they're there for. British sailor in the 1800s. His siblings were all involved in the British military. His offspring reaches as far as, wow. He's famous. All right. So what are you singing, Harrison, for everybody?
First of all, I want to sing Another One Bites the Dust.
Okay, let me just pull it up and I'll get it for
Classical
you.
by Queen.
Yes, he loves...
It's their most famous one.
Harrison loves Queen and he loves the Beatles.
I love the Beatles the most though. Because Paul
Okay, another one, Karaoke.
McCartney's so cute. Another One Bites the Dust.
Yeah, it's coming.
Obvious.
Da 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 da. Another one rides the bus.
Will you play drums for it?
No.
Does anybody have drums? Yeah, I do, Graham. Thank you.
You want a higher key or a lower key? Is your voice high or low?
Ooh. Do a high voice.
All right, here it comes. Oh, yeah, you have two. Oh, cool.
What are you doing? It's freezing. Hello? I'll be back on in a minute. Alright, bye.
He's just left. He's just stood me up. Just going, I'm going now. What are you doing? I like this guy. Oh, yes, Harrison tells you exactly what he thinks. Yeah, you there?
Hello?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Sorry, I just left.
I know you left. You left me hanging. All
Well,
right.
I couldn't hear you, first of all.
Is that better?
Yeah. Let's go! He walks where he down the street. Everywhere around. He ain't no sun but the 7 feet. She's been shaking, doesn't go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of the seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip up my face. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one going, and another one going. Another one bites the dust. There. Hey, let me get you too. Another one bites the dust. How you think I'm gonna get along? Without you, you want to go. You took me for everything that I had and kicked me out of my home. Are you ready? Are you satisfied? How long can you hold on feet? Are you out of the door? The bullets rip. Descended to beat you. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. No. Actually, I need to go. Sorry.
All right, bye.
Bye.
And just like that, he's gone. Oh, he's just gone like that. Oops, I gotta go. Hello, gal. How are you? Just like that. Whoops. He begged me for hours and hours, like he's been begging for hours and hours and hours to come on. And then I said, what time do you have to go tonight? And he goes, oh, I've got all night. And then he goes, oh, I don't have all night. Oh, Harrison, he's a cracker. Yeah, so that's my nephew. So I actually call him the channel boss. And it's actually Joanne and Harrison's channel. So he comes on. Oh, he comes on a little bit. He comes on quite often and says hello. Usually he comes loaded with jokes. So, hello, Trigger Happy. How are you? So that's why I'm on really early tonight. It does mean that I'll be finishing early tonight. So how are we all? Do we all have a good day? No Cochranes around here that you know of, St. Marmaduke? It's definitely very interesting. All right, I'll leave it open just in case he comes back. So, bye, Harrison. I know, like, quick. Gail came. Hey, Gail, the other night when you left early, we were inundated with trolls as soon as you left. It was so funny. So much happening in the news today. There was so much happening in the news today. However, I noticed that none of the mainstream media has any report. I cannot find one report on what happened with Christo today. I have searched everywhere. You're in your PJs? Well, guess what, Princess Jax? I would still be in my PJs other than I actually had to leave the house today. So the ministers are going on holidays, and guess who's in charge? We can have a party. It's just that I'm the contact if there's anything that goes wrong. Someone will go, hey, there's this happening, and I'll say, tell someone who cares. That's all right. Yeah, it's just funny. They did wait for you to leave. They did have a complaint, Gail. They were lacking in a certain area. I'm disgusted. It really shows their colours, though. Yeah, the last thing that I've seen, I mean, I've been looking under all different searches, was 6 days ago. It's pretty horrific that no one's reported it. So are you nearly out of your lockdown, Gail, or are you still going? What complaint? Oh, if anyone can. There was a huge... Hockey and Corman in Paris. Now, interesting, Joe Hockey has criticised the fact that Australia's on the bottom of the OECD vaccination rates. Which I'm finding really interesting. And I've also noted that many states have actually also told their people not to listen to the Prime Minister. Well, guess what, Gail? I think Tasmania and Victoria are the only two safe states at the moment. I mean, we had one case, but yeah, he did. He deleted it. Oh, yeah, he probably got a call. So you can't do that. I can't believe tomorrow's July. Where's the year gone, hey? And I can tell you, so as part of my 2000 sub competition, Plan to Create has sent me some planning stickers that we can add. So you can actually choose to have a couple of planning stickers sent to you if you don't want the Baby Yoda sent to you. There's that one. And that one. These were all from Plan to Create. She's made these. She's hand-drawn these too, by the way. That one. And then we've got, that's a little sample one. And then we've got coffee. You're late. Oh, look, as I said, then we've got That one is tea, I think. TV. This one is rescheduled appointments. Yeah, so she's hand-drawn, this little girl, these patterns. These are all her hand-drawn stuff. Money. So as I said, if you win the prize when we hit 2,000 subs, mobile phone, you get a choice. YouTuber, cooking, and I love this one. You've heard of Talk to the Hand. She's got Talk to the Poor. Talk to the Poor. So, and a donut cat. So I'll show these again later. So Plan to Create has actually given some stuff from her Etsy store. So you'll get a choice: the Yoda diamond dot, or the child diamond dot, or some planning stickers. So they're pretty cool. So I'm very grateful for those to come through. The glasses fogging up, Gail, is the worst. I know that all the AFL clubs are now in Melbourne, which is quite ironic. The fogging up of the glasses is what my biggest complaint too. So we need to wear masks inside too. And they said today that our restrictions won't be changing at all. So, yeah. I was at the bank today, and one of the tellers had a badge to say medically exempt. This person is medically exempt from mask wearing. And I thought it was really nice. It was bright yellow, and it was fine. I mean, it didn't bother me because they had the screens. Yeah. I think after I did all the quarantine cleaning in full PPE in summer, when the tennis was in Melbourne and I had to be in full PPE, I realised then I wasn't going to really complain about having to wear a mask because the full PPE gear was horrifying. So, yeah. So, yeah. So I think it's good that Christo now can go to his university without having to be fearing arrest. I think that's a really good outcome. But, I mean, it shouldn't have even come to that in my mind. It should not have come to that. Yeah, no, you can't be vaccinated, can you, Gail? Because you've got medical... Yeah. See, I noticed... Happy to see everyone in Sydney wearing masks. I noticed that Victoria and Queensland have come out and their health officers have said they're still not recommending it for AstraZeneca for people under 40. So it's really sad that the federal government is trying to really undermine everything that the states are doing. Please make sure you're on live chat. So that's what I find. Hello, B. I've never heard stuff like that. I've not heard conditions like that for bail. I think Bros will be in trouble more. Wow, apparently, is it true? I heard something to say that he actually said that New South Wales has stuffed up COVID. Did I hear that correctly? Because he's going to be in trouble if he said that. No, I know, there's nothing you can do. Yes, you've missed Harrison, Bo. He was just singing and he got told he had to go to bed. He was in the middle of singing. Yes, you did miss him. Oh, dear. Hence why I'm on so early. That's all right. He was here talking 1 minute too and he disappeared. It's like, well, where did you go, mate? Who stuffed up COVID? Sorry. Bruz has said that New South Wales stuffed up COVID. I hope the judge tells them off. According to Xenophon Davis, the police have to put their case forward in the next few weeks. So I'm going to just see. So this was yesterday. I didn't pick this up, but this was yesterday. It says the Bruzman. Where are we? Deputy Premier John Barilaro says New South Wales government lost control of the COVID outbreak. Why is he outside? He's not allowed outside. Oh, he's in self-isolation. He said the government had lost control of the latest COVID outbreak and could have locked down Greater Sydney a week earlier. Yes, that's what we've all been saying. Said the state government followed health advice, but there was no question last week we lost control of the Delta strain. Hindsight is a beautiful thing. Absolutely, we could have gone a week earlier, 3 days earlier, 4 days earlier. Well, if he'd gone earlier, he would not have had this little party. Greater Sydney went 2-week lockdown on Saturday. Restrictions are also in place in regional New South Wales in an attempt to combat. Right throughout this 18 months, we've relied heavily on Chief Health Officer Kerry Chant's team, and the advice has not led us astray. But this variant is very different by the way it's spread. Hello, Bruz. Victoria? Because this is what I don't understand. Victoria had... Someone's making the Bruz game. Victoria had this strain a few weeks ago and said this is spreading at a faster rate than what we're used to, etc., 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 and everyone laughed at Victoria. And now they're going, oh, it's going faster than we imagined. Well, Victoria did say that. Said government protocols around vaccinations for quarantine transport workers should have been stronger. That even caught me by surprise. I would have thought that anyone involved in transport around quarantine, it would have been mandatory to have had vaccination and mask wearing. Mate, it was your government that put those requirements in. Like, why is he saying he would have thought it was mandatory? You're the government of New South Wales, mate. Victoria made it mandatory. My brother works in hotel quarantine. He wasn't allowed back at work until he'd had his vaccines. They all had to be vaccinated. He actually has to have a COVID test every single day, even on his day off. Why does Jordan hate Bruz so much? I'm from Victoria, so there's an inside joke happened before Jordan started his Bruz, so does Jordan think Bruz? I think it's to do with water corruption and some political stuff, Anthony, and I think you'll find that this has all come about because of that, I think. I could be wrong, but yeah. I'm from Victoria too, Anthony, so... But I found some planner stickers. And I'm going to buy them. I found a planner place that sells Super Mario planner stickers, and I'm going to buy them. What was it? Mario planner. And I'm going to buy the set just so I can have Bruz in my planner. Where was it? I just had them here. Oh, pregnant Gail. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. What was it? Oh, I was just there before. Let me go into my history because I had it before. Oh. I actually would like to get it so that I can do it for around the time that Braz is, where is it? Oh, there, it's called Favourite Things Collective in Australia. Why not? Oh, yeah, because Friendlyjordies has the key ring, doesn't he? Let me just show you. I'm going to get this, and I'm hoping I want to actually do a planner for one day of the court case, and go. Oh, this is the Mario vertical kit. It's pretty clever. Have a look at this. Look, it's the Mario. It's a Mario planner kit. Look at that. So that's what it looks like when it's put together, and then you've got the look. There he is. There's Bruzman. There you go. So I'm going to buy that kit. I'm going to buy that kit so I can have my stuff. Yeah, so I know that Friendlyjordies has a merch store with I'm going to pull up his merch store so we can have a look at his merch. Where are we? Oh, I will need something for my stickers. Here's these merch. I know, it looks really cool, isn't it? So I'm going to buy that kit. So there's the Bruz keychain right here, the green keychain and shirt, the stupid fat idiot shirt, the Bruz shirt, the super Barilaro Bruz. That is what Clive Palmer was suing him for. Oh, and don't forget the Koala Republic shirt. So that's all of his merch. The Ultimate Bruz, Super Barilaro Bruz. So anyway, there we go. It's a shame there can't be an audience it's a shame there can't be people in the court. Could you imagine if everyone at court turned up with a Super Barilaro Bruz shirt on? Yeah, hasn't he got something in planning or something? Look, I think there are some very good politicians out there, and I also think there are some really dodgy politicians, and there are some that are in it for the power. You forgot about some of them are in it just for the power, and they're the ones who've got to be. It should be Barilaro's car, yeah. So anyway. People, it's got nothing to do with. It's all about. Jordan knows that Braz is the easiest way to bring down the New South Wales government small majority. Regardless, he did talk about. He has brought about some questions that need to be answered. Hello, Robin. The Braz stuff is from Jordan's merch site. You've got a theory about the defamation case. I'm just going to bring it up again, and I'm going to post the link. you have a theory, I'd be interested. Yeah, Helen Dalton seems to be okay, but as I said, and usually people, I mean, I was going to say quite a few of the independents and whatever, sometimes they're quite good. It's just that they can get a little bit corrupted. So if you click on that link and scroll down the page, you'll get to all the merchandise for for Barilaro. All the FriendlyJorides merchandise. You should put me on commission here. Because I'm doing his work for him. So. Do we need our tinfoil hat? Yeah, do we need our tinfoil hat? I can. Look, I love theories. I love speculation as long as everybody realizes that that's what they are. You know, I don't want people. You want me to put the link on that? Yeah. I think there's no think about it. If you've watched the videos, that guy wouldn't. Well, that is true as well. Yes, I can put the Marmaduke. I can put the stuff for the Mario stuff. It's called a vertical kit, so it will work if you're planning. I'm just making mine a vertical, so this is for 2 weeks' time. So that's like a vertical where this one is this one's a horizontal. So I could probably I'd have to look at it and try and make it horizontal, but you know. So this is Mario. Yes, I think there's no defamation case. How much money, please, if you know this? For what? The shirts or the kits? The shirts were between $30 and $40. The vertical kits are $25, like they say. My best friend, a large T-shirt. Oh, wow. A new theory, but wrong address on the paper even if... Well, it's very bizarre. Well, we'll find out next week when they go to the court. Because yeah, but look, I don't know. I mean, I don't like everything that Andrews does, but I don't like the opposition. It's a kit, so it's $25 for the kit. It will just fit. I'm just gonna put it into my. This is just a normal notebook. Hello, Plan to Create. We're just talking. I've just shown everyone your beautiful stickers that are prizes. So the Mario kit's a vertical kit. So I'm just going to put it into my notebook. We're just talking about Plan to Create. I found a Mario themed vertical kit. And I was saying that I was going to order it and use it as part of the Bros stuff. And so I'm just turning my planner notebook, my notebook, from horizontal to vertical so I can get used to it. So there we go. So I've just posted that there. And yeah. So I've done the Bros merch. I've done the FriendlyJordies merch. And now let me do Plan to Create site. And I've also just put in another order, Plan to Create. No wonder I've got no money. It's all good. And that's Plan to Create's Etsy shop. Hello, Short Order Cook. I think there's a picture I've got for you. She's created a monster. She'll order cook. Here you are. So, yes, so that's short order cook. So what I was saying, that if you want the image, you can either email me so I can email it back to you, or and I have to apologise because I thought this was me, but this is actually Plan to Create, which is even cuter. So this is Plan to Create, actually. I don't have one yet. This is Plan to Create. Look at that. That's Plan to Create. Of course, Plan to Create. So I got a bit confused. So either I can put it in the Discord. I've set up a Discord spot where you can get all the images from, or I can email them. So whichever way works for you, you can either email me or let me know how you want me to send you your image, and you can have your image. Yeah. So who else have we got here? So we've shown Princess Jax. We've shown Diamond Crystal Art. Archie Luxuries live streams. No, I haven't, Anthony. So we've shown Rick. We've got Bo. We've got Nightbot. Yeah, so my email is, I'll just put it in here too. That's my email address if you want that to email me. And, well, John Fox has actually changed his. Yeah, I've got to go into another thing to pin my email. I'll pin it though. John Fox has already made his profile picture, which is really quite cute. I need a Plan to Create lots of things, but I'm not sure what I need. Mr. Obvious, you need to speak to Plan to Create. Is your email address on your Etsy store, Plan to Create? I think there's a contact there. If you go to her Etsy store, I think you can send her a message there. And then you can have a chat. By the way, I hit 1.95 today. We take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Yes, Plan to Create says if you go to her store, you can message her through the store. So I've got to flag all this stuff. All right, let me just open that. So this is, I'll just put it again. This is Plan to Create shop. So this is, yeah, so that's Plan to Create shop. So go and message her through the store and she can help you. It's interesting because I actually messaged her and said I wanted some help, and she helped me. She helped me find this cover, because all I've started off is with a notebook, and I've made up my own. So that's how I started, and then I've started watching more and more and more and more and more, and now I've got a problem. So yes. I would recommend, and have a look. And she's also got a YouTube channel, Plan to Create. Put in Plan to Create in YouTube, and I'll pin it for you. Plan to Create there is a sale on at the shop until midnight tonight too. She can help find the planner for you. There is. All right. Hence why I used my last lot of money in my bank account. Yes, my last lot of money. Oh. Yeah. So anyway. But when I start my cash envelopes and all that sort of stuff, I'm going to put some space. I'm going to put in I need to have a folder in there for plan to create Etsy store, I think, because there's so much good stuff. So you can invite other people on your show by posting. I can invite other people onto the show by posting. Yeah. So I can do. So I've just tagged my email address. So Melissa Caddick was that case is still going. It hasn't concluded. It was supposed to be a 2-day trial. So today, it's complicated. So the bid to get the money back. Hello, Scarlett. The bid to get all of the money back, the $23 million, is complicated because there's been no inquest. So although she's presumed dead, they need the inquest to actually make that determination. She can organise you. So in court today, ASIC's trying to recoup more than $23 million left owing to 72 clients. One man alleges he trusted $1.2 million to her for her to invest, and she didn't do it. So the federal court's been told that it's been all complicated by her inquest. So the fact is that even after all this time, all they've got is that decomposed foot. The federal court has heard that over 8 years, Ms. Caddick convinced clients to give her $30 million through 37 bank accounts. Although some of it has been returned, there is a deficiency of up to $23.7 million. On the second day of the hearing, Justice Bridget Markovic expressed concern about how Ms. Caddick's estate and the estate of her company, Malavar, would be divided up. Because she's not officially dead, well, because there's been no determination that she's dead yet, her estate can't do anything. So the judge flagged difficulty in deciding which assets belong to each estate and if separate parties should be appointed as a receiver for Ms. Caddick and a liquidator for her business. Justice Markovic said she was concerned ASIC was trying to jump over certain legal steps to appoint the same receiver for both, and the situation could be a mess. In its pooling, you want to undertake that I am troubled by. In other words, we are going to put everything in the washing machine, she said. The barrister for ASIC told the court that there was another complication to consider because although on the balance of probability Ms. Caddick was dead, the cause and date of her death would not be known until there was an inquest. So because she's presumed dead, that doesn't. They actually still have to go through that process and it has to be made official. So all of this stuff that she owns that could be divided up, given to the victims, is all just sitting there. So he said this could complicate any bankruptcy declaration and claims by creditor. He presented the court with multiple examples of clients who trusted Ms. Caddick with her money. And one man alleges he's known Ms. Caddick since she was a child and trusted her with $1.2 million to invest for his retirement. But he's not received a cent of it. Yesterday, the court heard that Ms. Caddick had misappropriated her clients' money to buy real estate, luxury motorhomes and designer clothing and jewellery. The facade continued for 8 years. So that has got another court date. That's got to go back. So the judge hasn't. I checked the court files before. There's been no determination as to what's. There's not been a judgment yet for that. So it just is. Yes, but she's only been missing since November last year, Gail. She did the crime for 8 years. She had misappropriated the funds for 8 years. But she's only been missing since November. So either they've got to wait 7 years, or the inquest or the coroner has to determine the fact that she's no longer with us. Otherwise, it complicates everything. Hello, commentator auditor. How are you? So there's still the US property, and so it's still the US property, and we know of 2 properties in Sydney, one that her parents are living in and one that her husband and son are living in. So, as I said, there's been caveats. Both ASIC and her parents have put caveats on that property, so they can't sell it without the other one's permission until it gets sorted out in court. It's for the court to decide who actually has ownership of that house, whether it's going to be part of the assets. And there's also some paintings that disappeared. So if you remember that they didn't, we read in the documentation that ASIC went to do the raid. They filled up there wasn't enough stuff. And when they went back, the paintings were missing and she disappeared. So, yeah, so it's up to the judge to determine now. So there's still lots of speculation. There is still a group of people that think that she's cut her foot off and is living overseas somewhere. I really don't know. There's the Harold Holt theory. She's jumped into a submarine or she's met Harold Holt. Or, I mean, the most likely situation is that she went into the water and she was eaten by a shark, I guess, is the most logical solution. She's still alive. I mean, they only found a foot. And that's the thing. And that's what the coroner... Who thinks she said? Well, the family thinks she's dead because they did a memorial service for her. Met Harold Holt. They've yes, they're living together on some island. I don't know. That she disappeared like Harold Holt. Yeah. Oh, look, I've been reading all the court documents and following everything, Mama Duke. So I have a few videos that I did on Melissa Caddick. I know that I've done a playlist of Melissa Caddick. So I've taught where I went through the court documents that were put forward. So where ASIC said that there was where they said the paintings were missing. Poor Harold was taking a... Well, actually, I got hold of the Prime Minister portfolio for his disappearance, which part 1's just been edited. There's a part... I haven't filmed part 2 yet, but we're actually... they've released under the Freedom Information the Prime Minister's... the report that was compiled for the Prime Minister. So... Which is very interesting because there's lots there I didn't know. So, yeah. So this is a very interesting thing. So, yeah, it's definitely very complicated. Well, that's the thing. Sarah loves donuts. They still haven't decided from what I can work out. I think he could go back to work. I think he could go back to hairdressing. But because he was a hairdresser before. And remember, that's his stepson. The son is actually his stepson, because Caddick is the name of the husband that she left to be with this man. Yes, it's a very, very, very interesting tale. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, you did miss Harrison. I'm sorry, everyone, you missed Harrison. He went to bed. He had to go to bed. He got told he had to go to bed. Well, the boy's doing it. He's not. Well, he's nearly a man. He's year 10, I think. Year 10. So yeah. So he could definitely go back to work. And I found it really interesting, though, that they refiled, because the affidavit that I read yesterday that I recorded was the same one that was filed in December, that they've refiled that to try and show that the judge that they need the money. But if you remember, who did we name after Holt? Oh, we were talking about Melissa Caddick. Yeah, Harrison's gone to bed now, unfortunately. I should change the title. Harrison has left the building. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, he had to go. He got told he had to go to bed. He managed to get an extra 10 minutes out of his dad, because he says, I'm on a live. I'm talking to my fans, Dad. I can't go to bed now. Yeah, Mr. Boss. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Boss. Yeah, nice try, Harrison. Yes. He's so funny. And he's not happy because apparently I'm not at 2,000 subs yet, so I'm not pulling my weight, apparently. You'll listen while you have your soup. So he's funny. So that was that story today. Well, that's the thing. They'll lose a lot of it in legal fees. And I also found interesting that the husband didn't know about the house in Aspen. Surely they can find out what's happened there. Behind the ball as usual. That's all right. It's okay. Usually I am as well. So we've spoken about Bruz saying that that New South Wales was behind the 8 ball. We've talked about Melissa Caddick. You think the husband knows plenty? Possibly. Oh wow, that's the person I heard about. I heard there was an accident. I didn't realize that someone had died in the car accident. So I heard that. So this was 3 hours ago. This is oh look, there is a lot. So this I heard about this. I heard that there'd been an accident near the Melbourne airport before 3 p.m. So it is currently 8:30 p.m. But one person's died. Oh, look at that car. At Melbourne airport. They were caught at the intersection of Terminal Drive and Centre Road 240. The driver of the car died at the scene, and the female passenger of the car has life-threatening injuries. The driver of the truck was not injured. I heard that it was a multiple car collision as well. So that's horrible. So, well, the ex-husband's still in the picture. I think somewhere. He's still overseas, I think. She came back to Australia. So this is there's still some stuff here. So this is Oh, this is the Sydney Morning Herald's report here. Yeah, it does look awful, doesn't it? I hate car accidents. So it says Melissa Caddick's parents stake claim in $2.5 million Edgecliff penthouse. The parents of conwoman, it says I've got to create a free account, have staked a claim. So they've put a caveat on it because they sold their house. So they sold their house to buy to put down the deposit for the penthouse. And the mortgage is in Caddick's name. So they sold their house for $1 million. They put it down as a deposit for the $2.5 million property. And then I'm just trying to see if I can find anything. No. Oh, really? Oh. Yeah, so they paid the deposit on the $2.5 million house. It's in Caddick's name. So they've actually put a caveat on the house because they don't believe, or they believe that of that house, $1 million is theirs. And so they're trying to stop ASIC from signing it, from selling it. So that's what happens. So that's what happened. Oh, yeah, but I don't really want to read the Sydney Morning Herald, to be honest with you, She could have bought it outright. Yes, you're correct, Order Cook. She could have bought it outright, and I don't know why she didn't. Other than that, I noticed that a lot of people, but for some reason, lots of people who have money seem to do that. I don't know why. So I'm just trying to see if I can find the article where they said that she was, because we did, because I did do can I book you in for tomorrow? Yeah, I need mine done too. Hello, without a lawyer. Did you see your photo? Peter? That was done for you? This is Peter under without a lawyer. This is Peter's picture. That's Peter. Lawyer-free zone. Oh, you told her about the picture? Cool, girl. See? Yeah. So here's the question I've got. Should the parents be forced to sell the home that they live in, considering that they put money towards the property? Or should they just sell the main residence she had, and that the parents stay in that property? I don't know. It's something the court's going to have to sort out. Yeah, it's a great picture, isn't it? Oh, did you? You had a chat to relieve. Oh, but you're only in lead lockdown for such a short time. Oh, dear. I just love the fact that, we're watching the rest of the nation go into lockdown and going, we're lockdown free at the moment. And I'm saying at the moment because it's still quite possible. It wouldn't surprise me. So shall we talk about... shall we talk about the without a crystal ball Katie Joy, because I have to say I haven't seen anything of her. But I know that she's trying to We are locked. Yes, we are lockdown. Victoria lockdown experts. Yeah, because I've seen something that Truth Sleuth tweeted, and the attacks that have been made about her and many others. I'm still out of the firing line, thankfully. Just grabbing your headphone. I wasn't going to play anything, Gail. I haven't played anything. But I do notice that all the negative comments have been deleted, because I'm going to go to her community tab because I want to. The first thing is the Duggars are finishing. That's the first thing to bear in mind. The Duggars are finishing. If anyone follows the Duggars, counting on Duggars, 19 kids and counting, and that is everything that Katie Joyce made her money on, is the Duggars. So the question is, what will she do now? No more counting on. And the Duggars could quite possibly just come on and be normal citizens. So then they will actually be able to take legal action when they're spoken about. I can't watch with someone. Yeah, well, I'm not watching it myself, to be honest with you. She lost her money. She's not, well, the thing is, Kim, she's threatened everybody with a lawsuit. She did a thing today about, I haven't watched the video, but she did something about her story of harassment and bullying. Her own story. However, what I will say is, first of all, it's had 20,000 views. The cash cow's gone, yeah. It's had 20,000 views, which is pretty. So I want to just show you. I just want to show you that this was on her community tab earlier. All right, she's threatening to sue everybody. And somebody said to me who watched it that she changed the people who were to blame in the same sentence. So it's Creep Show, then it's Little Miss Noble, then it's Nat, then it's back to Creep Show, then it's Tina, then it's someone else. We need a flow chart. So I don't know. And then I got the impression that she's trying to link everybody together. Oh yes, Truth Sleuth and T-Spiracy are also in there. But I can't see how everybody could be linked. So she said, "Hi everyone, I'm at this very difficult point today. I want to share what is on my heart, but I feel like doing so would make some of you feel like I'm bringing drama to my channel. This is not what I want to do, but I want to tell you how I've been publicly and privately stalked for the past 2 years. But most recently, the stalking ramped up in the past 7 months. Through people bravely coming forward, we have discovered a group of people who work together. During the time of my lawsuit to spread malicious and untrue statements about me, they contacted police multiple times, filed false reports against my husband, filed false police reports, and filed false CPS reports. I'm sure it was only 3 times before. But I'm sure that those numbers have increased. I'm sorry. They attempted to hack me, accused my husband of horrific things, and it was happening openly on YouTube, with many creators actively sharing misinformation as fact. It has harmed my reputation, my mental health, and deeply hurt my husband. Can I just say, he only found out about that the other day when she was live on Instagram. I'd be hurt too. I want to make a video or do a live stream to share, but I feel doing so will cause many of you to leave. To say I'm being too dramatic, or to say this isn't what you're here for. I'm angry at so many creators. As much as I want to drag all of them, I'm not going there today. I'm only angry at a few, but it's not about them. It's about the people who did this to me. Would you be willing to hear me out? Let me know. Now, Here's the thing. Someone says, I wouldn't post anything until you've had a lawyer look over it, just in case it messes up anything legally. Of course, you should share your story only if it's past your lawyer. I agree. Lawyer. Everyone's the same. You should speak to your lawyer. Of course she didn't, did she? Your channel's respected for its honest reporting of other people. My opinion would be to let your personal life play out in the court system, not on your channel. So all these people are saying no. Sounds as though, from my experience, don't get into the mud with them. You'll only get dirty. I'm saying this as a concerned viewer. I would keep this private. Let your lawyers take care of it. And then she says, I filmed the video and I'm super calm. So the thing is, all her people were saying, let your lawyers deal with it or check with your lawyer. And, of course, what did she do? She released it. So I said, I haven't seen it, but I believe that a lot of people have been mentioned, and I know that there have been a lot of people that are checking with their lawyers. This is going to get messy. So then she says, oh, I'll show you this one. I shouldn't laugh because someone will say, you laughed at her pain. I've laughed at the reaction. So this one says, recently a person came forward to share that there was a group of people filing reports against me. So it's gone from one person to a group of people. They shared that a woman filed a declaration in a lawsuit. I was attempting to obtain videos of my son. The woman has now recanted. However, the story is much deeper than what you would expect. There's a group of people working together to try and rip my family apart and ruin my reputation. No, you've done that on your own, in my opinion. They spread stories about me through a community and it took hold. Now I'm telling my story, taking back control. She says, I'm being stalked, reported my husband to CPS and manipulated. Anyway, this person's just done the face palm. They've done the face palm. So that's about all I'm going to share. But I know that there's lots of names she's bantied around a whole lot of names. She's talking about a Facebook group that I believe hasn't been operating for over 12 months. Like, how can they be stalking and harassing her if the Facebook group doesn't exist? You know? Apparently, it is wrong to talk about her. So, I don't know. And if you refer all your KJ is making everyone get lawyers. Yes. Now, I spoke to our resident, our channel's legal expert, and Poppy was saying that if everything that she's saying is true, all of this public stuff isn't going to hurt her. But of course, if there is no proof and it is all false, it is going to deeply damage her. Yeah, she's trying to silence. Oh, she's trying to do a bras. And her YouTube channel is 172,000. My theory is she knows that people are going to go check her channel out but she's upset if no one talks about her too. Yes, she does. She gets upset if no one talks about her. And this is the thing. I think we've stopped talking about her. Most of us have moved on. Most of us are gone, we're bored. I know I have. To me, I'd much rather talk about, the Friendlyjordies defamation suit or the arrest of Christo and the effect on the freedom. She does love the toxic negativity. But I still cannot believe. I don't know why Todd is angry at everybody. He should be angry at his wife for not telling him. I mean, I'm not married. I mean, I'm divorced. I've been divorced for a long time now. However, if that allegation had been made about my husband when I was married, I would have told him. I wouldn't have let him found out when I was on a live talking to a bunch of strangers. Yes, that's right. Well, the thing is, her outing people's name is going to fund. The other issue that I've got, and she says saying people's names isn't a problem, for example, but there are people that have aliases for a reason. There are people in law enforcement that are on the internet, when they're on social media, they use aliases because they can't have their real name out. Because if people find out their real name, it could put their life in danger. You know? Divorce the way to happiness. And so I don't know what those people do, but if any of those are in a job where their life is at danger, that's right. Where their life is in danger because they do a job that outside of their job, they need that anonymity. She's put someone's life at risk. For example, I know Plan to Create's real name, but I would never use Plan to Create's real name because known as Plan to Create. I use my real name because I have nothing to hide. I'm on the fence with it until it's proven. It's all sus. Yes, look, I don't know. I just know you just can't do it. I think there is a strategy behind it. There has to be. And I hate to tell her. I don't know that I think Salts is only keeping her sweet until after she's testified for Tardy. And then she'll be dropped like something hanging in a loo. You know? She'll be dropped like well, she's got no content because no one's talking about her. You'll never guess my no, I don't think I will go and guess your real name. Well, I mean, look, you're welcome to say what your real name is, but when you're on here and, you know, even if I know you, what's the beef? I'm on the Queensland government side, to be perfectly honest with you, because the Victorian government's given the same advice. That's well, that's right. He's not part of the business case. I know you use your name on your channel, Plan to Create, and that's okay. But on here, you Plan to Create. But I'm just saying. Your real name's without. I'm just saying, Plan to Create. I wouldn't tell people your real name because, you know. But it's not my job to tell everybody what everyone's name is, unless they use it. So that's my point. Don't use my real name. And that's the thing. That's the reason, Dawn. This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If people may not be using their real name for a reason, and she could have put their life at risk. And that's my point. And I can, you know, if they've gone by an alias, there's a reason. That's what I think anyway. Doxing is wrong. Oh yeah, I don't like doxing. Look, this is what Conspiracy has written. Is this Conspiracy? No, Truthfully. Sorry, Truthfully. I'm getting them confused because she's gone after both of them. That's right. It can be professionals. It can be careful. Yeah, it can be. It can ruin their reputation. And yeah, So it says, WACB in the past asked me to stop covering her. I immediately saw this as gaslighting attempt and continued to cover her since I feel it's hypocritical to ask for mercy when she refuses to extend the same courtesy to people she covers. In saying that, she has had an adverse reaction to my latest video where I defended her. She's gone off the cuff and is angry, and I don't get it. Maybe she's pressed I didn't apologise. What on earth would I apologise for? I'm not guilty of anything. I say in every video that these are my opinions. Never thing is alleged and not to be taken. Everything is alleged and not to be taken as fact, and to not bully anyone regardless of their feelings towards the people or situations that I cover. I did nothing wrong. I certainly never stated anything I said as pure fact. I said at times I do believe certain situations to be true, but that doesn't make it so. She's done a live stream and dragged me all over social media and asked me to stop covering her again. Not long ago before all this, I did take to Twitter to say that I no longer wish to cover her unless she's in a serious drama or there's a massive update of sorts on a prior topic involving her. Oops, I've just lost it. Where was it? Let me just find that again. Sorry. But she's right. It's very hypocritical, in my opinion. You see, I don't believe that your political views should be here are we? Where are we? Where did it go? Ellie. I can't find it. Just saw it here. Well, my understanding is that, well, didn't she say that defamation suits are hard to prove and that you have to show malicious intent? That's what I think anyway. Where is it? Wait on. She has been following her for a long time. That is correct. I can't find it now. I don't know where it went. I lost it. But anyway. But she's right. It's very hypocritical to say don't cover me. And don't forget, she kept covering the Westbrooks. We need to just keep we need to just keep reminding her of that. She's always hated Truth Sleuth. Oh yeah, if she hates you, if she's got it in for you, you're not going to get in, you're not going to do anything. She's not going to let you go. Yeah, but how can she prove harm, Marmaduke? But how can she show harm? Her channel has grown. She said in her live the other day that people like her because her bank balance shows that people likes her. She can't show that there has been a loss because there's been a growth. LB's been on the hit list. So I believe she's been on the hit list. So this is my point. No, that's all right. It's easy to miss. Hey, look, I cannot be bothered. What makes this KJ so talk-worthy? I tell you why, because a lot of us used to watch her. And we stopped watching her. And she became problematic. And then she got sued for defamation. So we were really then watching because she was sued for defamation. And now we're just watching because because she said she was manipulated by somebody, and that's why she said what she said. But now she's saying that nobody can be manipulated. It's not something that can happen. Only she can be manipulated, it would seem. Yes, and people say the way that she treated us, and it was an unbelievable lawsuit. It was a crazy lawsuit, and now she's saying that the Westbrooks only settled because she was going to win the lawsuit, which I don't know, but I reckon Discovery would have hurt her. Oh, here you go. Sarah loves her because her behaviour is unbelievable, like Charlie Sheen. Yes, and it's like a train wreck where you don't want to watch, but you have to watch because you want to see what the next part of the train wreck's, how much further it's going to go. So it was pretty wild, and there was some documents that had lawyers. Is that even comparable? Charlie Sheen is hilarious. He's spiraling, possibly. She's not funny, although she will tell you she's funny, but she's not funny. She's just a middle-aged gossiper, really. You really, So, and who really made her money gossiping about the Duggars, and now the Duggars have been are going to be axed. I don't know what she's going to do. And also, Josh's case has been postponed to it's been postponed to November. So it's funny she's not going to Arkansas at the moment. It's funny that I would have thought that if she wanted to go see Amy, she would go, but obviously it's to do with the lawsuit because she doesn't have an interest to go at the moment. Like as if she thinks that we're like haven't worked her out. We've worked her out all right. The stream, yes. So she also has lots of issues. Her case, it was interesting, showed his counter arguments against her complaint. So yeah, she'll like the fact that we're talking about it. People seem to defend rude public figures once they hang on every word. Yeah, well, I hang on every word. We don't hang on every word. We do the opposite. And in fact, she'll say, and this is the thing about the stalking and the stuff and everything, because I think just about every single person has been accused of stalking her at some point in time. So, and that's my point, is just about every single person, like she's just going through people in the community. If you've done a video on her, she'll target you. So, well, see, I reckon there's a few things. There would be the fact that Steve's stuff's coming out. She won't be very happy that EKC had Cheshire on and went through Steve's court documents. I reckon that's what amped it up the next level. And she's not mentioned it. No, she hasn't mentioned it. But it's just interesting that her behaviour, though, has ramped up. Craziness. No. Oh, you mean the one where he tells his story? That blog post? I think you possibly can. I'm surprised her video didn't get oranged. Do you know this video with Harrison has been got demonetized the moment that I put it, the moment it started? Like, Yeah, oh yeah, I think she's definitely mad that he's being spoken about, and that he's getting attention in the community. She won't like that at all. She definitely won't like that at all. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us do. I mean, I sort of read the documents too. I mean, she talks about the fact that we were spreading false information about her lawsuits. Most of us just read the documents and went, hang on a minute, this makes no sense. Yeah. So, Cheshire, she does, I think, what was was it the New Sequitur show? The one that Steve and Kyle had? I think it's been revamped. I don't know what it's called. Her behaviour is ramped up because it has now been confirmed that there were 4 separate attempts to have her child taken from her and allegations of tax and social security fraud. I'm sick of. Has it been confirmed? Because I know in the past she's talked about watching people on Twitter, even in place she deserved it. Probably. Well, I agree. No one deserves that behaviour. None of that should have happened. And I really, she has a show with Steve now here. Her channel is Cheshire. Okay, so it has been confirmed. Okay. I didn't know if it was confirmed. No, she doesn't. She doesn't deserve that. I don't think anybody deserves that. However, it would have to be proven that there was malice intent. So I don't know. People and the other thing is people are also running to KJ with clips and everything, and I don't think that's helping either. That's why. Oh wow, Loomis Snowball admitted girl. Why would she lie when she admitted? Oh wow, I thought she admitted to one. I didn't realise that she admitted to the others. Oh, was it confirmed on Kay's channel, did it? Was it? Okay. As I said, I only know of one extra time. I know of it happening. KJ's talked about 2 times and 1 time where they came, but I wasn't sure whether that was linked to that. People want drama and they know she'll create it. True. But see, for most people though, okay, there was in the screenshot and it was alluded to. I have to say, I didn't watch all of Kay's stream. I haven't watched a lot on this matter because it just upsets me too much, I have to say. I haven't even watched KJ's stuff, but all I know is that it's all played into her hand, where now she's the victim and her channel's growing. She also says, yes, she did. But don't forget that Katie Joy also filed sanctions against Salts in the court. Oh, yes, John T's hot. Don't forget that. So while she's going on and talking about all these bar complaints that were filed about, that people have done about Salts, and I'm not saying that's not right. She filed a complaint in the court about Salts. That's what I'm saying. On Nat, I don't know. See, this is the thing. I'm hearing lots of different things about Nat, and I don't know. But again, a few weeks ago, it was screened out. Okay. Oh, okay. Ah. Meaning the gossip and that type of stuff, Mr. Obvious. All I know is that it's just playing into her hands, and that's the bit that really annoys me. And I'm not. So screened out meant that they weren't going to do anything about it, really. That's what it means. Who, JY, is going through something similar to... Who's JY? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm like... I've missed... And she had... So anyway, as I said, I don't know. It's just too much for my little head at the moment. I just can't deal with it all. Oh, John Yates. Okay, sorry, I'm very slow. See, I don't know much about John Yates either. Screened out means they're not going to, nothing happens. I agree. I think it's time to just let the authority, and that's really where I'm sitting with it, let the authorities all sort it out. And however, I do believe Salts is in it to get answers for his stuff, and that's all it's about. You've lost interest, Shelley? Yeah, look, I've lost interest. But I do know that some of the stuff and some of the people that she is talking about either haven't been in the community around that time or they've been out of the picture for a while. So it just really annoys me, really. Hello, Laura. How are you? So how's things in the good old UK, in the mother country today? I saw the Queen was in Scotland today, and she took William on. I haven't found anything more on the defamation case for Lemming. That information is locked up tighter than the drama. It's really interesting that unless it's deemed public interest, we don't get anything. He came for FJ, stayed for KJ. Yeah, I think we just have to sort of leave it. Lots of English hangovers after beating Germany in the football. Wow. Yeah, she's in Scotland today with William, I saw, and they went to some brewery, and she wouldn't touch it, but she didn't touch it, but Will's had a bit of a drop. And also, I think, is it Wimbledon? Is Wimbledon on now? Because Ash Barty's made the headlines for somebody had a tennis player had a battle with cancer and is retiring after this round of tennis. And Ash Barty stayed and got the crowd to stand up, got the crowd to give this tennis player standing ovation, which was a really nice gesture. Tell you what, I really like Ash Barty. They do unveil the statue of Diana. And that's going to be interesting because there's lots of stories going around that they may come to blows because Catherine's not there to sort it out. FriendlyJordies. Yeah, I don't think she does. And it's always funny to think that they come in separate cars. Like her and Will came in separate cars because they're, one's the monarch and one's a future monarch, and that they can't be in the same car together. I don't know if she did. Ash Barty is a class act, and I love the fact that she's world number one, but she doesn't get enough recognition in my mind. Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Doctor Who. So, what else? What else have we got to talk about? We've had a little bit of KJ. That's your way of finding out who's a fan. I saw it and I went, Torchwood. My kids like Doctor Who. Is that anywhere near Cricklewood? So, hello, Philor. Oh, not doing all right. I'm very tired, though. I didn't realise how tired I would be after the vaccination, and I went out and did some running around today. I had to go to the bank and stuff, and I was so tired I had to come home over sleep. Can I explain the vaccine situation in Australia? Messy? Oh. The vaccine situation in Australia. I got the Pfizer. So essentially, I've had both now, Tom. I've had my second. What? Explaining the vaccine situation? You got a vaccine booking for the 15th of July, Peter. Cool. Apparently Queensland's going to run out of Pfizer very soon. That's one way to put it. All right. The government ordered all these AstraZeneca vaccines and also organised them to be manufactured in Australia. They were offered a whole pile of Pfizers last year and rejected them, put their eggs in the AstraZeneca basket. However, people were getting blood clots, and so it was deemed that it could be only be people for over 50 and then over 60, and now, I don't know, they haven't ordered enough. So now they've said Pfizer, but they rolled it out in stages, and they're only technically up to 1B. But 2 weeks ago when Victoria had their Delta strain, and we were locked down for 2 weeks, the Victorian government said, we want everybody who is over 40 We want them all vaccinated. So we're going to give them Pfizer if they're under 50, and then AstraZeneca if they're over 50. So that's how I got vaccinated earlier. Otherwise, I'd still be waiting, because the joke was I'd still be waiting for another 2 years. What's happened is that everyone's running out of Pfizer, and they've got AstraZeneca's running out of their ears. Yesterday, the Prime Minister said that anybody who wants AstraZeneca can get it. They've got to go to their GP, and the government will cover the insurance for GPs so that they can have AstraZeneca. The Australian Medical Association came out today and said that what the Prime Minister said goes against all the health advice. The chief health officers have all come out and said it goes through all the health advice. And all the premiers have come out and said that it wasn't discussed at National Cabinet. And all the state premiers are saying, please listen to our health advice, not the Prime Minister. So now we have a stoush between the state leaders and the Prime Minister. I would trust my chief health officer over the Prime Minister. So that is sort of the situation in a nutshell. But we're stuffed. There's more, and I'm sorry, I'm actually playing with my ear because my ears actually just started hurting again. I must have another infection. So it means I'm going to the doctor as much as I've been going back and forth to the clinic. Essentially, I think there's more Pfizer due in September, but that shipment's not due until September. So the federal government has essentially failed in this. Oh, I don't know. 2022. Hey, I reckon I was joking and saying I'd be right by the time I turned 50. Yeah. I won't be taking my body. He's not designed to be elaborate. Obviously, that's my choice. That's right. Well, see, now in Victoria, Victoria had rules that made it mandatory for healthcare workers to in the aged care facilities that the state ran. It was mandatory. Yeah, we've actually had deaths due to blood clots. So, and as they said, as the chief health officer in Brisbane had said, or Queensland had said, that she didn't feel it. She would hate to find out that an 18-year-old who had AstraZeneca died of a blood clot, because even though the risk is minimal, it still could happen. So, yeah, there's been deaths to blood clots, which is why AstraZeneca came off. They found that the older that somebody was, the less risk there was for blood clotting. That's why it's over 60s now. Yeah. So anyway, as I said, I'm vaccinated now. So yeah, but we don't have the choice like other countries have. Moderna's due to come, but Moderna's not coming till next year. So it'll be, too little, too late. No deaths in Australia since December 2020. That's correct. Yeah, we haven't had any this year, which is good. But there are a few people in ICU, I believe, as well. You're failing to alert the fact that prior to changing advice, the Labor premiers were pushing against the focus on risk of vaccine. Oh, okay. Were they? Yeah, I don't know. Although I noticed Sky News has actually blamed Queensland for the whole country being locked down, but I'm certain it was New South Wales that actually started it all, wasn't it? Had it not been for the LNP and the Labor side would be pushing for vaccine and downplay blood clot failure. Yeah. So anyway, that's our vaccine situation. Yeah, I know we're heading to an election. Yes. And I know that there's a lot of very unhappy people at the moment with the current federal government, particularly when you think that the Deputy Prime Minister, when the Deputy Prime Minister got caught without wearing a mask. So anyway, they will swipe it during an election. New South Wales Mr. Victor Dominello has been ordered back into strict isolation after health authorities told him he no longer had to quarantine. Whoopsies! There's been a mistake. Oh, and I hate news.com.au too. He left isolation on Saturday after receiving a negative test and advice from New South Wales that he'd been classed as a casual contact. However, he was forced back into isolation this afternoon after New South Wales advised him he's actually a close contact. So he's been running around. His 2 negative tests means he has not posed a risk while in the community. Right. Because dozens of MPs and staff from New South Wales Parliament are in isolation after being at a party, which caused it. Everything happening at the moment is playing into the bundle of Joyce's hands. It is. Really? I think Braz wasn't happy that someone was allowed out and he wasn't. I think that was right. Yeah, there is testing discrepancies, and I think it's also the fact that there's lots of pressure on them to get the results so quickly as well. Gingerly, that's a very good question. Well, as I said, if she wants to, she can have a go at me because I can't leave. She'll have to come to me. Hey, apparently they're saying that you can come into Australia if you've got money and you come in for business. How's that? That's a rule. Really? That's horrible. And they're opening up, Laura. Oh, gee whiz. That scares the living daylights out of me. That just does my anxiety too much. I can't handle people being too close to me these days. I just can't. I just go into a panic. Well, and that's the thing. I think that the fact is that if it's their choice and they want to get it, but they have to be made clear of the risks. Yeah, that's why like I think we've spent not a lot of time on her. Probably more time than we should have, but we haven't spent a lot of time talking about it because there's nothing to talk about, really. Whoopsies, yeah. But yeah, that's scary. Yeah, so... But see, Victoria was criticised. Victoria was criticised for giving out conflicting health advice too. Yeah, I saw that. So how much of your population's vaccinated though, Laura? I don't think we will ever be a KJ-free zone though, Gail. I think while she still has a platform, I think we'll be still talking about her. I just think we're talking about her less because we're getting sick of it. And we all know that the people currently watching her will get sick of it as well because it'll be someone else tomorrow. You need to buy me a big bubble, yes. Put me in bubble wrap. Yeah, I have to tell you, I have real anxiety about going. So I did all of last semester. I misread your comment and actually agree. I watched side chat. Oh, that's all right. I'm actually got huge anxiety about going back face to face to university because our rehearsal rooms are these tiny shoe boxes, and I just don't like it. And I was virtual last semester and was very happy because I didn't have to leave home. But I'm actually in a bit of a panic about having to actually do something, go out. So I'm absolutely petrified, I have to tell you. And I will be vaccinated, but I've also discovered that not everybody is the same as me as far as, hygiene and cleanliness or cleaning up after themselves. And again, it's probably because I've done hotel quarantine or I've done quarantine that I know what should happen. And not everybody does it. And as I said, I've got so much anxiety over it. If I could stay remote, I would love it. I did for last semester, Jenna Sweet Tea, but see, most of the universities were still partial online. But I think the plan is to go face to face this semester, and that's the thing that's scaring the living daylights out of me. So, I mean, yeah, see, I really? Has he done a piece on Christo? No way. Is it any good? So anyway, that's just, if I was able... He did too. Going to see if I can grab it from Sky News. He said violent arrest of Friendlyjordies disturbs him. Wowzers! You know what? It's pretty bad, though, when you have a similar thought to Andrew Bolt, though, isn't it? Would you agree? Where is it? Oh. No, I can't find it. The nature of having him... Oh, of course, it disturbs me, too. All right, let's have a what? Let's have a watch. Oh, Andrew Bolt is, yeah. I was going to say Andrew Bolt is Andrew Bolt. All right, this is Sky News here. If I can get it to play. Look, I still wear masks everywhere. But I'd just like to let everybody know, I did say that it could be a nationwide lockdown, didn't I? I just want everybody to know that. I did say that. It's an ad, sorry. Sorry, that's an ad. That man and Alan Jones need their own. All right. So let's have a look, see what he says.
YouTube star called FriendlyJordies, actually Jordan Shanks. Now his shtick is conspiracy theories, outrage, being rude and all that kind of stuff. And the left loves him. I mean, Labor frontbench Tanya Plibersek, fellow conspiracy monger Kevin Rudd, they've talked to him. But when you fling as much mud as he does, you are asking for trouble. Like with his attack on the New South Wales Deputy Premier, John Barilaro.
He's a con man to the core, powered by spaghetti. Not only did he use the public's money to prop up a friend's failing business, he perjured himself 9 times over.
I've seen no evidence to back those claims, and Barilaro naturally sued Shanks for defamation.
Right on. He says he saw no evidence to back those claims. It's right there. It's right there.
Barilaro naturally sued Shanks for defamation.
My name is Jordan Shanks, and I'm being sued by John Barilaro, the Deputy Premier of New South Wales.
Now, about FriendlyJordies in this case, I'm not really fussed one way or the other. The truth will out. What disturbs me is what happened to his producer, a young university student called Christo Lanker, who's been charged now with stalking Barilaro after twice trying this kind of stunt.
Hey, John. Hey, John. I've got something for you. John, I've got a lawsuit. You're suing my boss.
Now, for that, Lanker got arrested violently by the New South Wales Fixated Persons Unit, a unit actually set up to tackle terrorists, crazy people. What you're about to see shocks me.
No, I'm allowed to film it. You're not allowed to film it.
No, you're not, because you're under arrest.
I'm allowed to film it. Can you film this, Mum?
You can film it.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to. No, Mum, you can take it. No, you can take my phone. No, take my phone. Take my phone.
You hurt a 51-year-old woman. You knocked
I
me
tripped over.
You killed my dog.
I tripped
You
over.
told.
Okay?
No, you did not.
Yeah,
You pushed away. You pushed
No,
me
no,
down.
I tripped over.
You assaulted me. You assaulted
Okay?
me. You just assaulted me. I've got
did.
witnesses.
We told you to hand over the phone.
I have got
You
witnesses.
handed it to her. I tripped over you.
You pushed
That's what
me
happened.
down in my own home.
No, I didn't.
You
I
absolutely
covered my
did.
That's all.
If you do anything to my son, you will pay.
Never mess with a mother. That's what I say.
You can't do this in Australia. And the boy led away in handcuffs. I mean, apparently this is what we now do in Australia, as we've already seen.
I'm going to continue watching. Yeah, so it's still hard to watch, isn't it?
By the way, on the other side of the political spectrum, with the appalling arrests in Melbourne of Avi Yemeni, a journalist of the right-wing Rebel News who covers anti-lockdown protests and keeps getting arrested by police even though he's doing nothing illegal. Joining me is one of Australia's top defamation lawyers, Justin Quill of Thompson Gear Lawyers. Justin, always good to catch up with you. First, the arresting and the charging of Shanks's producer, this university student, handcuffed, thrown to the ground, etc. Does that worry you?
Yeah, absolutely, it worries me. Look, there's not much doubt that Shanks has been a bit of a smart aleck, and he was always going to cop a defamation lawsuit. He probably even welcomes it, perhaps. But as you pointed out earlier, I'm more concerned about what happened to his producer. I mean, is this what politicians are going to do, and the tactic they're going to employ when they don't like questions being asked? I imagine Daniel Andrews probably wanted Peter Credlin arrested when she was asking tough questions. I imagine there's been
Justin.
I definitely don't want to encourage Daniel Andrews, that's for sure. I imagine, dare I say it, Andrew, over the years, a few politicians and a few people would have liked to have had you arrested as well for asking tough questions, but that's what journalists do. And, being door-stopped, that's part and parcel of being a politician. Now, I may not be privy to all of the circumstances, but the general look of this is not good. Journalists should be able to turn up at uncomfortable times and ask uncomfortable questions. And politicians have sort of just got to cop that. Unless there is some actual, real, genuine threat, I'm very concerned about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. Why not just serve him with a warrant rather than go to his door? I mean, the fixated persons unit, seriously? Now, as for Jordan Shanks himself, well, I'm losing a lot, Leslie. I know I'm a free speech hawk, as are you, but that said, I mean, I don't know. Is Barilaro suing him? Is that a threat to his free speech?
Look, I don't think so. This isn't going to be any particularly groundbreaking case. We've long known that the laws of defamation apply equally to social media, whether it be YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook, or Twitter, in the same way as they apply to you and I on this program, or the editor of tomorrow's Australian or Daily Telegraph, Herald Sun, or whatever newspaper it might be. So in that respect, the fact that a YouTuber is being sued is neither here nor there. It's not surprising. What we heard the words, of course, Andrew, as your defamation lawyer from time to time. I'm very happy to say, of course, we were not adopting Shanks's words as you played them there earlier.
How often have you saved me? How often have you saved me? I didn't even mean to suggest. I've seen no evidence for this. Oh gosh, now you got me in a sweat, Justin. But
of course, you didn't mean to suggest it, but that's just the way my brain is wired. When I see Andrew Bolt's name come up on my phone. But look, I don't think this is going to be particularly groundbreaking. The imputations seem pretty clear there. We heard what he said. A con man to the core. That's the allegation. I'm not quite sure how he defends that. So that'll be very, very interesting. The lawyers are interesting in this case as well. We've got Mark O'Brien as the solicitor for the Deputy Premier. He's also the lawyer acting for Ben Roberts-Smith. So he's going to have his hands full at the moment. He's the Deputy Premier's QC is Sue Crescentho, who has acted for Geoffrey Rush, Greens MP Sarah Hanson-Young, and most recently, of course, Christian Porter. It's an interesting team that they've put together, the Deputy Premier.
It sure is. That means suggests it's very serious, and it remains to be seen whether FriendlyJordies makes enough money from spinning this out on YouTube as entertainment to defer any potential legal costs or payout that he may face. But Justin Quill, thank you so much indeed for your time.
Thanks, Andrew.
So there you go. What do you reckon? From what he said, it's interesting that that's his defamation lawyer, and his lawyer goes, "I thought you were ringing me because you got yourself in trouble again." I thought that was quite funny. But yes, so yeah, the legal team is right. So one is currently doing Ben Roberts-Smith's case, and the other one just represented Christian Porter. What are you all thinking about that at the moment? What you just saw? Donate to Geordie. Yes, I'm going to put a link to his fund in the link. I'll put a link in. Yeah, didn't she have to retract what she said about Rudd at one point in time? Two? Yeah, I thought that had to be retracted. Well, as I said, Gail, there's so much happening. It's like KJ who? KJ who? I just find it's really interesting when you hear Andrew Bolt actually, talking about something that I agree with. That's all. Because we disagree about a lot. Well, yes, it will be groundbreaking. I mean, as I said, I thought there would be another YouTuber that would be jumping up and down on this one. It shouldn't come down to who can afford a lawyer. No, that's right. And it shouldn't afford to who can come at... No, you're right. It shouldn't afford to who can afford a lawyer. You've never agreed with him. Credlin, well, and don't forget, Credlin was actually the Prime Minister of Australia. Let's face it, she was the one that was telling Abbott what to do. He was just the puppet. We all know that she was the puppet master. Well, that's the thing, Gail. I mean, if big YouTubers actually got onto this story, it actually would get some traction. But, to see the air experience, it's a good thing about Aussie being way behind. Oh, I know Bolt's got his lawyer on retainer. That says a lot. Well, and I think that's why Bolt sympathises with Friendlyjordies because... And they forgot to say that Mark Davies' law partner is Nick Xenophon, who was a politician, he was a senator, wasn't he? He was in the Senate? So he knows how Nick Xenophon knows how politics work. Yeah, well... Yeah, but I mean, and you're right. It shouldn't come down to who has the most money. It should be the trees. Some bigger channels. Yeah, well, we need the really big channels. We really need every YouTuber to be covering this. To be honest with you, if every YouTuber did one story on it, it would get the traction it needed. So, particularly, people with over 100,000. I've actually contacted a few with larger channels to see if they wanted to cover the story, and they haven't. So, most public figures have. If mainstream media wasn't on YouTube, I'd never. That's true. I very rarely watch mainstream media anymore. I very rarely. Hello, Nikki. How are you? Oh, look, he might get more coverage when... I mean, what is it? It was only that Chris Stowe got his bail conditions removed. I guess that's not really a story, is it? That he can go to school without getting arrested. I mean, wow, that's not a story, is it? Well, that's true. Yes, Dill DeFranco mentioned. I think he did. I think Dill DeFranco mentioned it. I think he has, and I know Tipster has. Oh, hello. Oh, good. I'm glad you finally caught alive. I know Tipster commented on it, but that's about all. I mean, he would have had Isaac. I don't know, Isaac. Somebody. I don't know. He may have had, and Bush. Oh, okay. So there have been a few. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Bambi Bot's still considered a small channel. Isaac Butterfield. I have to look up some of these people, but yeah, she's still considered a small channel. I'm talking about the ones with the, hundreds of thousands, even into the millions. Like 172,000 subs. Like somebody we know. Phil DeFranco mentioned it, yeah. Have I tried any of the so-called non-cancel culture YouTubers? No, I need to, but I might have to. Well, that's who I was alluding to without a lawyer, because she's got 172,000 now. Maybe I can distract her from all this other stuff, eh? And say, well, if you'd like a hot story. So I'm just going to check to see if there's been anything filed in their Fed court case. I want to see whether there's been a defence filed. But what I will tell you, Gail, that if she did cover it, if she didn't cover it properly, the FJ mob would. She has 172,000. The FJ mob would lynch her. Figure of speech. Does he? Actually, I should ask Keemstar. I should contact Keemstar. Oh, really? I don't get any of my recommendations. the only ones that come up to my the system's down. All right, system's down. I can't check. Yeah. Nope, it's not available. I don't know if Keemstar's on the hit list. I don't think she'd dare, would she? But no, so the federal court site's down at the moment, apparently, because they're doing an upgrade on it. So I can't check. You're very political. Cool. I'm political as far as in believing that everything should be fair. That there should be rules of fair play, and everyone should be treated the same. And I'm political about speaking about the have-nots, the greedy people, speaking about the greedy people, and the fact that the poor people are the ones that have to pay all the taxes and the rich people don't. But, so I'm political like that. I'm that person that will sit and read every single bit of literature that comes out with all their policies on it. And that's why I have really hard trouble at election time, because I might like this party's policy on that, but not this party, but not their policy on this. And then the policy of that party I might like, but I might not like other stuff. So true. That is true. She would be. It would be hilarious. I mean, that's what everybody wanted Tardy to do too, wasn't it? was taking a play button. I depend on candidate and current global standard. Oh, really? You can download audio files? I'm that person, you know how you used to have to number every box below the line? I would actually go onto the Electoral Commission site and fill it out and print it out and take it with me, already filled in. No way. Count bin face. That's funny. Oh, did you hear that the title that Harry and Meghan apparently was given to their son that they turned down because it had the word dumb in it? Dumbarton or something, which was Scottish or something, some town in Scotland or something, and they turned it down. And because it had the word dumb in it, and they thought that people might say that their child was dumb. That is what's been reported. He was formerly known as Lord Buckethead. So the Earl of Dumbarton is a title of Scottish nobility, referring to Dumbarton in the area west of Dumbartonshire, Scotland. Yeah. That's right. He has the title already, but won't use it. But it is the claim is that they didn't like the idea of Archie being called the Earl of Dumbarton because it began with the word dumb. And they were worried about how it would be perceived. But as you say, Harry's already got it. Harry was given, he's the third Earl of Dumbarton. But that was the title they wanted to give to Archie. And in fact, she's the Countess of Dumbarton. It says Meghan 38 and Harry 34 will go ballot by the titles, the Earl and Countess of Dumbarton, when they visit the Queen. So when she's in Scotland, so when the royals are in Scotland, they have Scottish titles. And so, for example, if Meghan and Harry was to go visit if Harry was to go visit the Queen at Balmoral, he's presented as the Earl of Dumbarton. Because I noticed when William was there, when he was in Scotland, they said he had a different title. He had a Scottish title as well. So it sounds like they have a title for home and the title was his. So William has he's got the Duke of Cambridge, the Earl of Strathearn, and the Baron of Carrickfergus. So anyway. So yeah, so they have a Scottish title, and but anyway, that's apparently what they're saying, that they turned that down, so because it had the word dumb in it. Hey Dum Dum, wasn't that Darren from Bewitched? Isn't that what Samantha's mother used to call Darren, Dum Dum? And that's like there's the Diana thing. I haven't seen it. Is there anything on the statue of, like... Endora, that's it. Endora. She used to refer to Darren as Dum Dum. So she would have been 60. I couldn't imagine her as 60. But it is in their coffee cup, the question. So do you think they do have some great names, don't they? Endora. Yeah, I think they said that William was going to had taken the family privately to see it before it was all done. So, I mean, I know that they're saying, Kate. Why do I call her Kate Middleton? But they don't call her Duchess. They were saying that Kate's not going, and like there's a big thing about that. But they've had to restrict numbers, so it's only going to be like the essential people. I believe it's William and Harry and Diana's brother and sisters. I think 5 or 6 people. So, I think they said. A close friend of Diana, the sculptor, the garden designer as well. You won't be watching? I'll wait till I see what it's so yeah, she will be there. Yes, it's going to be a very small ceremony. You want to see what it looks like? I hope they place it outside Charles and Camilla's bedroom. That would be funny, wouldn't it? That would be funny if it was placed outside Charles and Camilla's bedroom. That would be hilarious. That would really be funny. Yeah, that really would be funny. Well, he'd never forget her, no. Yeah, his dad used to own Harrods. I don't know what he's. I think he retired, didn't he? I don't know. I can't work it out. All right. Good night. Oh, gee, I just looked at the time as well. All right. Good night. I've nearly been on for 3 hours, so I'm going to have to finish off. Thing is, when Harrison comes on, I actually have to start early. So, oh, really? He's getting grilled about lockdown. So he should. So just to recap a few things. Good night, Gail. So we've spoken about Christo got his bail conditions changed so he can go past the Parliament House. Yes, that's right. Charles has it to have while he rules. It seems Tasmania and Victoria are the two that have. South Australia had 5 cases today. They haven't gone into lockdown yet, but they may not be too far away. Victoria had 1, so all the Australian rules football teams have flown to Victoria. So they're trying to reschedule the weekend matches between Victoria and Tasmania. Alice Springs has gone into a 72-hour lockdown. Yeah. Crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I've got some planning stickers from Plan to Create. So you get to choose whether you want the child, Yoda, or whether you want some stickers from Plan to Create. This says Talk to the Poor. I love this. I hope you can see them all. I hope they're not too blurry. And these were all hand drawn by Plan to Create. She actually has, so that's a petrol sticker. She's actually hand drawn the character herself and has designed this character. So when we hit 2,000 subs, you can have Baby Yoda or you can get some planning stickers. You get to choose. Everyone wants Baby Yoda. Yoda, Yoda, Yoda. Oops. The problem with the South Australian plane is that they allowed that plane to come in. And yeah, the Yoda is the baby is the child. I think it's called the child, isn't it? I think I've been told that one. Yeah, so you definitely get a choice between prizes when we hit 2,000 subs. You get a choice, but I want to give you a choice because some people might not want to do a diamond dot. So good. I'll give you the Plan to Create site again. Blurry might be better. Well, she's still got a sale on. Her sale's still going for another couple of hours. So you got a couple of hours to do some shopping. And that's her shop. And so on that note, I'm going to love you all and leave you all, and I will speak to you tomorrow night, hopefully with some more updates on some court stuff, because it's very interesting to see what's happening with court, but I don't know. Oh, the stickers I plan to get me organised yet. So I've left. There's the site. She's got an Etsy site. She's also Plan to Create. Also has a YouTube channel. So just put in Plan to Create, and you can see her YouTube channel. That's what got me started, I have to tell you. So I feel bad, but I do sometimes, but I've found it a lot easier since I've gone manual back to the old school. Anyway, I will catch you all again tomorrow. Who knows? Harrison might make another appearance, but you never know. So I will catch you all later, and be safe, and bye for now.